Welcome to the castle. It's a nice winter's day. It's February 16th. We're in the midst of a snowstorm. It's kind of sleeting, freezing rain, some hail. It's actually a pretty miserable day. The fire's on inside. So a lot of you are probably saying, what the hell am I doing out here with just a kilt on? Well, we just finished the powerlifting workout. And now we're going for the chain pull. It's about a 15-foot chain on an 80-pounder. So a lot of you have been wondering, why are we doing this? If you watched my 75th birthday video, we were pulling chains in the middle of the summer. We're basically doing the same thing here, but now we're incorporating the cold exposure element. I'm not going to get into all of the science or supposed science, pseudoscience about cold exposure. There's a lot of TikTok videos and influencers that'll tell you it will do everything from solve world hunger, gout. But the current scientific data shows that yes, there are a lot of positives, but there's time linked. They don't last more than X number of hours after a particular cold exposure, but there's also data showing things like benefits to white blood cell, mitochondria, metabolism. So we're not going to get into the science here. One of the absolute primary reasons why I and Loretta and some of the other athletes that we train do cold exposure is the mental component. I'm standing out here and a lot of you are probably saying, I could never do that, I don't like the cold. Half of my brain is sitting here at the moment saying, why are you doing this? We're in a fight or flight mode. Get the hell out of the cold, get inside and stand by the fire. One of the primary reasons we do it is to get that mind-body link where we can get control of that fight or flight. And that carries over into the rest of our life for things like dealing with pain, trauma, stress from business, relationship. So the mental component is one of the absolute prime reasons we do this. Incorporating the cold exposure into our overall lifestyle has become a hugely important component. We've been doing this for years. I have a lot of reasons why I have to be extremely careful with my lifestyle and its effect on my overall health. I've had a lot of things in the past, from injuries to medical issues. The reason this works so well and we won't stop doing it is because it becomes part of a whole program. A lot of the data on cold exposure, the medical benefits that people tout so much, the endorphins, the serotonins, the immune system, the inflammation, there seems to be a growing consensus among both science and practitioners that the greatest benefit comes when you incorporate the cold exposure into an entire lifestyle of diet, exercise, meditation, stress control. So we are actually very strict vegetarians. I've been a strict vegetarian for over 40 years, and now we're basically in the complete vegan mode. We do meditation. We really concentrate on stress control. This, again, especially for older adults, a lot of people when they turn 40 start saying, oh, I can't do this because my thumb hurts or my knee hurts a little bit. You start backing off from doing anything that challenges either your body or your mind. That then creates a cascading effect where you start doing less and less physical activity. You have more stress because physical activity is one of the prime ways to reduce stress. Increase stress, increase cortisol levels, you start having cardiovascular issues, diabetes. So incorporating cold exposure into your entire lifestyle is, in our opinion, and that of a lot of practitioners and scientists, the key way to have it be as beneficial as possible. The Wim Hof method is not just jumping in a cold river or taking a cold shower. It's meditation, it's breath control. So if you're considering doing some cold exposure, number one, we're huge advocates of it. But when it's incorporated into your whole lifestyle, one of the reasons, again, that I do this is right now I'm fighting a fight or flight. This is not comfortable standing out here. But what it does is this is what develops your discipline. There's a huge difference for you, those of you who are trying to either lose weight or get in shape or get control of your life. There's motivation, there's discipline. Motivation's really easy. You can sit and say, well, I'm not going to do this today because I'm not motivated. It's building the discipline that becomes very difficult. So this is what we do for a discipline builder. This allows us to be more focused in our diet, in our exercise, in our meditation. So if you're thinking of doing it, we really encourage it. You can get in touch with me and talk about how an older adult incorporates it into their lifestyle. And as always, with all of these things, check with your physician to make sure you don't have any issues that would contraindicate you taking part in something like cold exposure. But I think it's time for me to start dragging this 80-pound chain. We're going to shoot for probably around 3/4 of a mile. So if you got an interest in cold exposure or older adult fitness, drop me a line and we'll try to do some videos on some of the subjects that you guys are interested in. So you know our motto, do not ring that bell. So I'm off to get a 3/4 mile chain pulled in. We'll see you shortly.